Here is the full story as to why I cannot post links to free VST plugins. I did a video a while ago explaining why, and that video was a very surface level explanation. Since then, I've gotten a lot more subscribers, a lot more views, which of course is awesome. And if you notice, at this point, I've done hundreds of free VST plugin videos. In the description of each one, among the rating and among a link to the playlist containing plugins in the same category, I have a note saying I cannot post links to free VST plugins due to complications with YouTube. And when it comes to the comments I get on those videos, the top comments I get, I'd say among people being like, hey Mark, like great find, or I even get some people saying, hey detective, great find, another great video. The top comments I get in addition to those are, hey man, where's the link? Why did you not post a link to this plugin? Here's the reason why I can't risk it. This is the full story. So, way back in the day, I'm trying to remember, I actually should probably look this up. I believe I started this channel, and around the time, I think it was 2019, I think was the first video I posted, and then like fall of 2019. And this channel used to be called the Free VST Plugins Detective, right? I review, test out, and demonstrate various free VSTs. That was the only thing I did on this channel, at least back in the day. And I would post the link to every single plugin I reviewed in the description, right? It's very common and standard on YouTube, as a lot of other YouTubers, which is something I will talk about a little bit later in this video, they do the same. They post links to these plugins. And the reason why is, well, some of them are very easy Google search, like Vital VST download or whatever, right? Some of them are very easy search. Other ones, I'm going to be honest, finding the link can be a little bit more tricky. So I was always posting the links. Then COVID hit, right? The pandemic was a tricky time for all of us. That's probably an understatement, right? And trying to look at things in an optimistic way, one of the benefits or positive things to come out of COVID, at least, again, was a lot of companies were releasing their paid plugins, but for free. There's a lot of companies who were saying, hey, we're going to release our entire plugin suite, whatever the type of plugin it was, for free during COVID because everyone's stuck inside, people are really tight financially, and for a lot of producers out there, let's say, are making music to try to like pass the time or whatever, we're going to release this for free just to help musicians out there. Great stuff, right? Now, one of these companies was iZotope. Now, they did, and I might be wrong, they released, I believe it was there may have been more, but given what happened, I stopped. They released, I remember, 2 of their plugins completely for free. They normally cost money, but they released them free, right? So what I did is I did a video about both of these. Now, I believe it was, and I might be wrong, I think Ozone Elements and maybe Neutron Elements. I can't remember. Like, it was Ozone and Neutron, I believe, were the 2 ones anyway. So I did 2 separate videos. And in each video said, hey, just letting everybody know with what's going on right now, maybe some of my dedicated subscribers remember this. I did a couple videos and I was like, hey, if you click the link listed below in the description and you use this one code for the next month, it's completely free as long as you use this code. iZotope is doing this to release all their plugins or some of their plugins for free to help musicians out during these tough times. Here's what happened though. I posted those videos. They were up. Didn't think anything of it. A week goes by, and in the same day, which is very scary, I got 2 copyright strikes on the videos. One on one video, one another. Now, in case you don't know, and this is a big deal on YouTube, there's a difference between a copyright claim and a copyright strike. Now, a copyright claim means, hey, we detect copyrighted material in your video, and what we're going to do is we're going to flag it, so you can leave it up on YouTube. Nothing bad happens to you. However, the money in that video is going to go to somebody else. So, for example, if I post a video and I post a song by Skrillex, it will get copyright claimed. The money from that video will not go to me. It'll go to Skrillex or his label or whoever has the legal rights to that copyrighted material. That's a copyright claim. Now, a strike, on the other hand, on YouTube is a big deal. It is a big, big, big deal. And similar to baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. A strike does go away after 90 days, but if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel is terminated forever. Like, forever, right? And so when it comes to this, it's a big deal for any YouTuber. Like, it's a very scary thing. And you have to, being honest, you do have to kind of go out of your way to get a strike. You have to do a video that's super messed up, something that's incredibly like harassment, racist, it's involving inappropriate sexual content. I mean, you have to really try to get a strike on YouTube. And here's what happened. When I posted those videos of saying, hey, here's how to get ozone for free, here's how to get a neutron for free, YouTube thought I was doing videos that showed people how to pirate that software. YouTube thought algorithmically that I was trying to say like, hey, not just here's how to download it for free because you're releasing it for free. It's like, here's how to download it for free, wink, wink. You know, like that's what YouTube thought I was doing. And so got 2 strikes. Now at this point, I'm freaking out, right? Because I'm like, 2 strikes and you're out. 2 strikes and this channel is, this is very possible. This channel could have been terminated forever, which means I would have never made any other videos about DistroKid or free VST plugins or all the deadmau5 live streams I've posted, right? Like, none of this would exist if I got a 3rd strike. So I'm freaking out now. Now, what you can do is you can appeal it on YouTube. An appeal means you basically say, hey, I want to kind of refute this. I just don't think it's correct. And for me, I was like, you know what? YouTube's going to side with me, right? Like, I mean, it makes sense logically that if you did, I can see why the algorithm might have flagged these videos. I can kind of see it, but I'll just explain it. And YouTube's pretty fair. Usually, I will say, YouTube, I think, in my experience, has been pretty fair. Not in this case. Now, I think the main reason why, being honest, is because it was COVID. There was the amount of man hours, the amount of worker hours I had went from this to then this. So I refuted the claim. And you have usually about 30 days for YouTube to come back to you to say, oh, you know what? We reviewed your claim. And usually, I want to stress too, they have a human review it. They don't have like an AI, or robot, or an algorithm. They have a human review your claim. So a couple weeks goes by, and then you get an alert from YouTube saying, hey, sorry. And here's my guess. I'm going to be honest. I genuinely think, I'm 99.9% sure they had no one review it. They're just like, shoot, we don't have the time. Whatever, we're just going to say we're right. YouTube refuted my claim. They said, hey, sorry, Mark, we still think we're right. We're leaving these strikes on your channel, which was way more nerve-wracking. Every day I woke up until that 90 days, until the strikes went away, every day I woke up being like, am I going to get an alert that I get a 3rd strike and the channel's gone forever? I genuinely don't know. So I manually, during COVID, at least we were all stuck inside, so I had the time, right? I wasn't going out or anything. I manually went back to every single video I'd ever posted and double-checked if there was a link in the description, and if there was, I deleted it and I completely removed it. So, fast forwarding all the way to now, that is why I don't post links on YouTube. Now, granted, you could say a couple different things. You could say, one, well, Mark, it's not COVID anymore. If you got, like, say, another strike on one of your videos, like, say I was promoting a free VST plugin and YouTube thought I was promoting piracy, well, hey, YouTube will review it, and maybe this time they would unissue your claim. It's possible, but I don't think it's worth the risk, right? Because as you can imagine, 3 strikes and you're out. And so I was worried during that time, being like, well, I have so many links, and none of this is illegal. I'm going to stress, of course, I might as well say this. None of my content was illegal, but YouTube didn't know that, right? And we like to think, of course, like, everybody knows about music production, but not really. I mean, even the common person has probably never heard of Ableton, never even mind the term VST or free VST plugin, right? And so I was like, you know what? I don't know if this could, if another one of my videos could get flagged, everything. So one, it's like, I just can't really risk it, right? Like, I can't risk the fact that, like, say, if I continue to post, like, say, started posting links to these plugins, I could post, like, say, 20 free VST plugin reviews, and let's say on the 21st, that gets flagged and gets striked, and then I'm like, oh, shoot, let me go back to the past 20 and have to retroactively delete the links. Let's say I don't do it fast enough or something. I mean, you never know. One, I just can't risk it anymore with YouTube, right? And I think the problem is, like I said, is to someone who doesn't understand, if I say, hey, here's a link to a free plugin, I think most people understand the term plugin, right? VST, less people know about, but the term plugin, I think, is a pretty universal term. And if I said, hey, this is a plugin that's completely free and you can download it, you never know if I get the wrong person being like, was promoting something, he's sending a link for people to download it and it's free. You never know. That's the first thing. Second thing, which is even more frustrating, and I bet a lot of you are thinking this, like I mentioned earlier in this video, what about other YouTubers? I mean, I've seen there's the bajillion free VST plugin videos out there, and they post the links in their description, and they're fine. They don't get in trouble. They don't get striked. What about you? Welcome to the world of YouTube. There's a ton of things I love about YouTube, and YouTube has genuinely changed my life. I don't say that with any sarcasm or lightheartedness. YouTube has genuinely changed my life, especially when you pair it with my music and everything. It's crazy how much YouTube has made an impact on my life, right? Being honest. On the other end, YouTube is far from perfect, and I could do a bajillion videos about all the negative parts about YouTube. Every YouTuber has probably something, even Mr. Beast has probably, a lot of negative stuff to say about YouTube. And this is one of those things that's kind of annoying, that it's like, how come if I do this and someone else does it, we're both right? No one's doing anything illegal in promoting a free VST plugin, but how come I could potentially get striked and someone else doesn't, or even vice versa? Who knows? Maybe YouTube randomly has been striking or might strike someone in the future, even if they're doing nothing wrong. That's just the nature of YouTube. And so unfortunately, that is why I cannot post links to free VST plugins. It's super frustrating, super annoying, I know, because again, I still get comments to this day of people saying, hey man, where's the link? Why don't you post a link? This is messed up that you don't post a link. And I'm like, I want to, but unfortunately, just given the way YouTube is, I can't risk it.